Very excited to welcome back onto the Real Life podcast. I guess we can once again call him an Oiler. Sam Gagner hopping on the show. Sam coming into the organization for a third time now. How excited are you to be back?
Yeah, I'm excited about it. It's been a long summer, just trying to get healthy, feeling good again. And, ultimately when I was trying to figure out what to do, it just feels right to try and give it another shot with the Oilers. I think, obviously where the team's at. You guys all know how much I love, being in Edmonton, being an Oiler, and why not give it another shot?
You can't quit us.
Yeah, that's right.
Vice versa.
Yeah, that's right.
Sam, this one seems like this PTO seemed like it was a terribly kept secret for a while now. Just how did this come together from your side to finally having the announcement come out today?
Yeah, I mean, I've kind of kept tabs with the Oilers throughout the summer, and then obviously with Jeff Jackson being there now, and he was my agent for a long time. Just kind of followed up conversations with him, and I wasn't really sure where I was going to be at hips wise as the summer went along. But my hips feel great. I'm ahead of schedule, and I wasn't sure if I was going to be ready for to come to camp or to come on a PTO or anything of that nature. And I'm still still pushing to try and get to another level. It's been kind of a long summer in terms of just rehab and then getting back on the ice and trying to get back into playing shape. And I'm at the point now where I'm kind of taking a little more contact and about a month ahead of schedule, which is great. But everything feels really good. And yeah, once once I knew that there was an opportunity for me to be ready, I just felt like it was the right thing. So talked to Jax about it, and yeah, just looking forward to coming to camp and helping out in any way I can.
So Sam, we've been looking at this team for the last couple of years, and now we've fared in the standings. Now, from an outside point of view, how do you feel like bringing in veteran leadership is going to take us to the next level?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important. I've been around obviously a number of different teams now, and when I was a younger player, I always learned so much from the older guys and how they went about their business and how they were calm in certain situations. And I think yeah, it's an important thing. Especially going into a playoff run, you're gonna go through adversity during the year. I look at the Oilers group, and they've been through adversity as is, and their players like Connor and Leon, they're becoming leaders, and not becoming, they are leaders. And anything I can do to kind of supplement that and help take some weight off their shoulders. I mean, I'm not coming in with any preconceived notions that I'm on the team. I'm going to come in and fight for everything, and in the process, any way I can kind of help and support, I'm there for that. I'm obviously friends with those guys, and I think that that helps coming in. I'm comfortable, and I don't have to kind of come into the room and tread lightly. I kind of know where I stand among those guys, and I think that's important. I've obviously had a lot of ups and downs throughout my career, and I understand what kind of digging in and continuing to push through and being calm in those situations can do. And I'm hopeful that I can and help in those situations. And yeah, I mean, they're in a great spot right now. I think there's an opportunity to win, and that's exciting for me. So anything I can do to kind of help that go forward, I'm excited about and looking forward to getting to camp.
Sam, just on the topic of veteran leaders, who are some veterans throughout your career that had some influence on kind of the player you've become?
Yeah, I mean, when I first came in, the Oilers were a couple of years removed from going to the Cup final with, Sean Horkoff, Ethan Morrow, Steve Staios, and I learned a lot from those guys about what it takes to be a professional at that level, and what it takes to go through the ups and downs of a season. And obviously we went through some kind of leaner years there, where things were difficult. We went through a lot of adversity, but the way I look at it, I learned a lot about myself throughout those years, and you have to learn to dig in and to enjoy the work and enjoy the process. And that was important for me to go through that. It's tough to recognize that at the time, but now that I'm at this stage in my career, I've had an opportunity to play on some better teams. I mean, Winnipeg last year, we were first in the West all the way up till January, and that was a great kind of learning experience for me as well. So I think you learn a lot as you go along, and you try and lean on those veteran guys. And now that I'm in that position, I'll do my best to kind of help out any of the guys in that situation. So it's something I take a lot of pride in, and just looking forward to getting there and getting to work.
It's crazy to look. Like, I'm looking at your career page in front of me. Your first stint in Edmonton ended a decade ago at the end of the 2013-14 season. And now here we are getting ready for the 23-24 campaign. And this franchise, this organization's in such a different spot. And a big reason why is because of Connor and Leon, obviously. Mm-hmm. You have a good friendship with those guys. Maybe what can you tell us about their mindset heading into this season, and how maybe they're changing their approach to leadership and things like that?
Just tell you how driven they are to kind of take this to the next level. And then there's other guys as well. I mean, I was there when Nuge came in, and he's been there through it all. And to have the opportunity to be around those guys when the team is looking to take another step, it's exciting for me. Like I said, I don't know where things are going to land. I'm going to come in and put my best foot forward. And, I feel like I've said, I've put in a ton of work this summer. I'm proud of how far I've come. I was on crutches 4 months ago, and, I put in a ton of work to get to this point. But there's, a lot of work left to be done, and we got camp to get through and see where everything lands. But in the meantime, I think, like you said, with those guys, they're great professionals. They're very driven. They feel like they left something on the table last year. I mean, they were close, and it's just a matter of giving your team a chance every year to be in that position. And I think the team's in a great spot. It's something I'm really excited to come into, and like I said, help in any way I can.
I guess last one I kind of wanted to touch on, or did you want to hit on maybe?
Well, I think that you're like the perfect player to go from player to management. And I'm wondering, is this a precursor to maybe a management role in the future? Is that something you're eyeing? Is that something you're even interested in?
It's not something I'm really thinking about too much yet. I've the last few years, I've kind of dealt with the nagging pains in my hips and tried to push through as best as I could. And, I've had some, what I felt like were pretty good years in the process. And my whole focus was to get my hips done and try to take another run at it pain-free. And, I've been around a long time, it feels like, but I'm still 34 years old, and I still feel like I have a lot left to give. So I want my entire focus to be on that.
Further to staying in hockey after, the playing career is done 10 years from now. I saw a video of your son pulling a Gagner, which I guess would be on brand for him. So I'm good at teaching the high end skills. So this is kind of, I guess, is excited. Like, is that like, I guess,
congratulations.
Yes.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Well, it's something, it is something I'm passionate about. I mean, when I've gone to different teams, I try and help out, younger players best I can. you know, the way I kind of look at it is I've added so much to my game in the last few years that, you know, why does the development ever have to stop? So, you know, I'm trying to learn new things at my age, and you know, if I can pass that along, then great. I mean, I'm doing in the summer now with in Muskoka. We've kind of got a good group of pros that are training and skating up here, and then, you know, we're running some youth camps, and you know, I kind of help out with that too. So it's something I really enjoy doing. You know, I love the game, and I want to be involved in it as much as I can. And you know, anyway, I can kind of help the next generation of player, great. But you know, my son seems to be really enjoying it too. So it's been fun working with him, and yeah, he's keeps getting better. So it's been fun.
You know, you definitely bring skills to the game of hockey, but I don't know if you noticed last year, we're developing a little bit of a rivalry with Vegas. I'm excited to see what Spicy Sam looks like going into it, because I know you got that fire. I've seen you.
Yeah.
You went after Francois Beauchemin, and that guy
Yeah.
is a tough cookie. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what kind of fire you can bring to the lineup when we play a rival like Vegas.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I think, yeah, it's something you know, I'm competitive, and I guess something about pulling on an Oilers jersey gets me fired up too. So we'll see where it all lands, and but yeah, I'm certainly excited for it.
You just mentioned your summer, Sam. The last question that I wanted to ask you was just, what has that kind of been like for you? Obviously, you had the hip surgeries earlier in the year, back in March. Like, what did that kind of look like for you, getting yourself back to shape and getting ready to play?
Yeah, it's been a lot of work. The first couple of months, it was just a lot of time in the pool, just getting everything firing again. I was in the pool, felt like, you know, 4 or 5 hours a day, just trying to stay in shape, and then trying to get everything firing, and then, you know, progressing to kind of just body weight stuff, and then getting back on the ice, rehab skating, and then just kind of getting the strength back, getting back in shape, and you know, now you know, being able to push myself a little more on the ice, which has been great. And you know, I did a lot of that in Winnipeg, and then been up here in Muskoka doing that. I hired a trainer who was awesome, really helped me, and then the on ice stuff's been great too. So it's been a great summer. It's been a lot of work to get to this point, but yeah, like I said, there's still a lot more work to go, and but you have to enjoy the work. That's the only way you know, you can really have any longevity in this game, is being passionate about putting in the work, and it's something I enjoy, so I'll keep doing it as long as I can.
Two more from me. I think that'll be the end. We'll end it with a couple rapid fire, unique Edmonton ones for you. When you're moved back and you're all settled in, what's the first restaurant Sam Gagner is going back to in Edmonton?
Well, it's a good question. Maybe Corso 32.
Oh,
Nice.
That's a good one. That's a good shout.
Yeah.
We asked Evander Kane this question when he was in town for about a year. We asked him for his most underrated part of the city. He said, I think his answer was how beautiful it was in the fall time.
Yeah, in River Valley.
The River Valley. Sam Gagner, what is the most underrated part of the city of Edmonton?
Yeah, I mean, that's a really good answer. I think yeah, I love like, I mean, people tend to give Edmonton a bad rap for how cold it is, but I've always loved the winters there, and I love the fact that the outdoor rinks are pumping all winter. And now that I have kids, that'll be really fun. And you know, not something like I had a rink in my backyard when I was growing up.
well, yeah, your dad has the company, right?
Yeah, custom ice rinks, and so I was so fortunate that I had that park in Edmonton and be able to skate. Nothing better than that.
Beautiful, Sam. Well, we're excited to see you back in an Oilers jersey. We're excited to have you back in the city. And as always, we appreciate when you give us a little bit of time.
Stretching, Sam.
Awesome.
I'm an older man than you, and I got to tell you, stretching.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah. Thanks, Sam.
Thanks, Sam.
All right. Yeah. No worries. See you guys.